Hot Ice, Thursday, May 4th. Insert Star Wars joke here. May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Insert Connor Knapp's birthday.
I should have said hello. All right.
Big C.
Yeah.
Also,
He hates it. He hates it. I love it.
It's St. Florian's Day. Go thank a firefighter. Hope everybody stays safe. We do have some. It took a little while. We finally got some juicy headlines in terms of baseball. Two different things last night. I'll start with the less juicy one. Oh, you know what? I'll start with the more juicy one. Juan DeFranco gets a routine ground ball, flips it to himself, and then still throws the guy out for a step and a half. Now, the way the blog works, like I blogged it immediately. Took a little while to go up. I was like, he's going to catch one in the ear. He then homers. Was it the next at bat, Smitty? Was it the exact next at bat?
Yeah, you are. I read the blog. You are such an old man. It's not even.
Hold on. Hold the fuck on.
I didn't even read the blog. I already knew what it takes.
Hold the fuck on. All I said was hold on. All I said was
Boomer Bosco.
I said it was a cocky move. I said, I don't know if I should be impressed or not based on what he did, because to have the balls to do that on the baseball field. Listen, I grew up, my dad used to teach us shit. He said when he was playing baseball, playing softball, the guy gets a single, he takes a step off of first base. They used to throw behind him. They'd show their arms off any chance they could get. A ball comes to them on a double play. They put their glove, the back of their glove, let it hit the glove, drop. Used to fuck around with shit all the time. Show off your arm, take an extra base. We were running all over the place. So, like, don't get me wrong. I know that shit happens. I thought it was impressive. To do that is cocky. What I did say also is that the media is going to lose their minds. His teammates might lose their minds. If it goes wrong, the fans can lose their minds, and old writers will lose their minds. That's all factual.
And Boomer Bosco lost his mind.
I didn't lose my mind. I said
You're losing your mind right now.
All I said was it was a cocky play. And if the Pirates had any self-respect, they would have put one in his fucking ear. You can't deny that.
I know this isn't 1964 anymore. That doesn't happen. But when you, and I saw this from your blog, when I clicked on it and saw it, I was expecting him to pull an Ozzie Smith flip, a backflip, maybe two of them before he got the ball back and gunned him out at first. Did he do it on purpose? Probably, but it was also like it kind of looked like an accident. Maybe he was trying to like get a better grip on the ball, throwing it up. I don't know. I didn't think it was like supremely cocky. It was just like one of those things. But I will agree with you on one thing. If my father, who coached Little League, saw me do that on the field, I would not only be benched, I'd be getting some sort of reprimand at home. I'd be kneeling in the doorway like I maybe was supposed to do once or twice growing up.
Listen, it was a fine line because, like, my dad would tell us all those things, like, you know, show off your arm and do that, whatever. But, like, if you didn't make the heads-up play, I'll never forget. I was, like, 8. It was, like, I think it was coach's pitch. No joke. I had a ground ball at short, and I tried to throw it to first. Like, because I had a good enough arm. I could reach, whatever.
I mean,
there was a full play at second.
Rico, fuck showing off. If we didn't catch a routine pop-up with two hands, we were running poles.
Fair enough.
Insanity.
He comes out and he does that dad thing when he's going to talk to you and he gets right in your face like this. And he goes, you wanted to, he goes, why didn't you throw to second? I was like, I didn't know it was a force. But he goes, bullshit. You tried to show off your arm. Next time, don't fucking, he's just eating my face as an 8-year-old. Like, and that was back in the day when that shit could get away with. So, like, I don't know.
Nice catch, Hayes. Don't ever fucking do it again.
Exactly. Ev, where are you at with this? It was a cocky ass move. I said you got to have confidence to be able to do this.
Yeah, I mean, is it cocky? I mean, sure, but I mean, to me, it's a non-issue until like if he had like dropped the ball and they like he had gotten safe. Sure.
Oh yeah.
Then I'd be like, Franco, like, what the fuck are you doing? But the reason I knew this was a Boomer Bosco take was when you said a juicy headline, I didn't even know what you were gonna say. To me, this is like a non-story. Boomer,
complete non-story.
It's like a huge thing that happened. He tossed the ball up in the air and caught it before he threw the guy out at first base. This is like Bosco thinks should be like the front cover of the New York Post.
I didn't say. Well, all right. Listen, the Mets are in shambles. You need another lunatic raving about the Mets. I don't think we need that, Ev. So like,
honestly, I bet against the Mets. Actually, I was on the over yesterday, which resulted in I needed that base knock in the first game by the Tigers. So
Yeah, they're a disaster.
It's really when now I've been fading the Mets. So like when he comes in screaming, I kind of smile because it means I won money.
Yeah. This one's kind of little of a hypothetical. Just kind
of Jesus. Every time the Mets lose, it's like a cigarette to Frank the Tank, like 10 minutes or taking off his life, and you're just laughing.
Oh yeah, he's a
I'm
fucking
just here
asshole.
like,
That's why I'm gonna start buying Nuggets jerseys. He wants to be an asshole. I'll be an asshole. I might stop being a Michigan guy, or the way it goes, I might go back all in on Ohio State and fuck him again. We'll see. He's my friend. It was kind of like a hypothetical last night, or just a thought. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hits a bomb over the Green Monster, right? Not really much of a story. But I put the kind of hypothetical out there of, as good as he is, his highlights are still never going to be as good as his dad's.
Nah. Unless, bombs, he can bomb like his dad, but his dad had a gun.
His dad had
and would swing at it.
The throws out from right field, like different.
His dad once hit a ball, fucking smoked one that bounced the home plate.
I know. I put that in the blog too. Like he can hit everything. The compilation. Where can they rank in terms of best father-son duo? Because you obviously have Griffey up there, and you have
Bobby and Barry are 1-2, like by far. Bobby was like a Hall of Famer in his own right.
I know, but I guess Well,
they can get the two.
No, go ahead, Ev.
I was gonna say I think they listen. Obviously, Vlad's very young, a long way to go, but he's on through what do we call it, 200. So he's on we'll call it a Hall of Fame trajectory. Is that fair? Long way to go, but just saying.
I don't know. Dude,
2 years,
Junior, I think he had an MVP campaign. He had an MVP campaign. 2 years ago?
Probably, yeah.
He almost won the Triple Crown.
Yeah, since then it's kind of been like he's going to need to play 10 plus more years.
No, that's what I was treading lightly saying trajectory because obviously you can't tell anything through less than 3 seasons. But if he did what he's done through 2.5 seasons for the rest of his career, he'd be a Hall of Famer, I would think. No,
and Ken Griffey Sr. Yes, if he maintains that for a decade, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like obviously a lot of work to do, but
and Ken Griffey Sr. not a Hall of Famer, obviously. Dude played for like 30 years.
Yeah,
it's not easy to do.
No, but it was one of those things too. Like, can at the end of the day, can Vladdy Jr.'s career highlights ever surpass his dad's? Or maybe it's because we grew up with the prime of Junior. I'm sorry, the prime of Senior. So like we're a little biased.
It's what Smitty said too. Just the balls that you hit, like the hard hit balls you hit out of the zone were just preposterous.
Yeah,
and then he wore no gloves either. Just a throwback.
And I think Sneaky Vladdy Jr.'s best highlights were from when he was like 13. Just like, oh shit, this is Vladdy Sr.'s son, just knocking bombs 900 feet. Seriously, like 10 years ago, he was like going viral. Yeah,
I do want to put a little respect on the big boys. I was rooting for Prince Fielder to be really, really good with the dad, just because Cecil Fielder was such a legend as a kid. He was a fat slob hitting fucking bombs out of Tiger Stadium.
Prince was
Cecil.
He was that guy for a second there.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
He had a nice 5 years.
Yeah,
right?
Cecil was unbelievable. Dogs of the day, we kind of touched on it. So again, we talk about this all the time, getting them early. You could have got the Braves. I'll give it out on Pick Central, but it's a stale number. The Braves are now the favorite at -104. They were at +100. I think the Braves go get it done. I'll give you 2 really juicy ones. Boomer Bosco right here. I'll take the Pirates plus the 180 as a pissed off team. Maybe there's a bench clear and brawl, little pride, fight for your honor. I'll take the Pirates plus the 180, even though the Rays don't lose. And I'll give you the Tigers plus 155. The Mets are a fucking disaster. The ship's leaking. I don't know where Steve Cohen is with the Flex Seal or the fucking new paint or putty. Fix the hole. It's sinking. We're in trouble. I don't know what's going on. I know it's Verlander and he's gutsy, but you have to take the Tigers here plus 155, in my opinion. Ev, which way you going with dogs?
Tigers plus 155, sir.
It's just you have. I mean, Mets are a disaster. It's just true. Like they stink.
Fade these putrid, disgusting Mets.
They
They
stink.
stink.
Do you know
And the
what
Tigers
Phil
are
said?
really playing not terrible.
Sitting with these, I try to avoid the gambling cave with all these mutants, but you know what Phil said the other day, and it's accurate. How many runs have the Mets scored in the first inning this year? Pretty sure it's
2
4.
yesterday, right?
Aside from yesterday, going into it was 4. 4 times they've scored a run in the first inning. You fucking kidding? Like, it's crazy, Smitty. And it's so frustrating because last year they did everything right. You know, they score, we score. Like, we got on top of teams. We took the extra base. Like, just a disaster now. Smitty, what do you got for dogs?
Look, Justin Verlander's on the bump today, boys. Like, come on, you gotta think about that. I got the fucking Tigers plus 155. They're in shambles. They're in shambles. But not only that, Eduardo Rodriguez, 2.21 ERA on the year. Whip is 0.87. Last 4 starts, he's given up 2 runs. 2 runs, last 4 starts. Guy's been slinging. Chris Castanelli's fucking jerking off to him left and right, consensually, of course. I got the Tigers plus 155.
I also think Verlander will probably be on a pitch clock. Verlander pitches to strikeouts, which is that actually might hurt him, right? If he's going deep, like let's say he gets, 3 strike. I mean, it's more pitches. I don't think it's going to be really great for the Mets today. I really don't. Best bets, whip it back around. Smitty, what do you got for best bet?
Best bet? Excuse me. Still recovering. I'm dying so Bryce Harper can live, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Best bet, going the same sort of thinking. It's a must. It's like a must win for the Mets. You got Verlander on the bump. Like you can't have a bad start out of him. Rodriguez has been shoving. I'm going all in. Mets, Tigers, no run first inning.
I love that. Okay.
It's a little juice. It is minus. It was 147 when I saw it. Okay, it's minus 148. No run first inning, just boom, 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 boom. 6 up, 6 down. Don't have to worry about it. Enjoy the rest of your day. No run first inning. Best bet.
All right. I'm going to cook up this parlay and see exactly what we got. Ev, why don't you give us the best bet?
I'm trying to do a clean sweep this week on dogs. 2 dogs last week or on Tuesday, 2 dogs today. This might surprise people. I'm taking the White Sox today. Giolito's in the mound. He hasn't been like spectacular this year. He's been a little better. Pablo Lopez for the Minnesota Twins has been struggling a little bit. They gave him the contract. Has been spectacular. They just need one bad. This is one of those just got a hunch today. I won't even sit here and just blow your dick off with numbers and this. I just got a feeling today. I think they're due for one at home plus money.
I mean, they've won 3 straight. They're due for a few more.
This is juicy. I mean, maybe I'm walking into a trap. Talk me out of it if you don't like it. Orioles minus the 1.5 is only minus 112 against the Royals. Royals a disaster. Orioles a lot of fight. And if you cook this up, boys, we're all in on the Tigers.
Last night.
We're all in on the Tigers. We're all in on the White Sox. Ev's in on the White Sox. Smitty, you can't add the no runs first. But Baltimore minus the 1.5 is 917 plus 917 if you want to cook that up in the parlay.
I also really like the under in Tigers Mets. It's over under 8. So if you want to add that to it.
Let's fuck it. Let's get real juicy here. Under 8 puts it to 1496. Feels like some kind of law was passed back then. Smitty's a history buff. I like it. The signs.
1496. 4 years after Columbus.
1496. We'll take it.
Was a huge scumbag.
There you go. Best hit parade. Hit parade is actually priced because you got to get it early today. There's a lot of day baseball, so we got it going. I'm going with the Italian stallion, Vinny Pasquantino. I know the Royals stink, but I'm going to be watching that game obviously with the Orioles. Pasquantino's been hitting really well. Give me Pasquantino. Ev, who are you putting in?
We spoke to the young legend earlier. My good friend Vladdy Guerrero Jr., sir.
Human highlight reel. And Carl has put in Masataka Yoshida. So it's bumped from 155 to plus 185. So I don't think any of you guys have gone deep, but I'm always going to keep giving you swings. You're hitting like 091. You're a crafty veteran. I think you're gonna. It's like Little Big League when he gets the little CNI single and he gets real excited because he's got his trading card. I got your trading card, Smitty. I got that stock. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I'm not choking up on the bat yet. I'm not. I'm still swinging for the fences, and that fence still involves Christian Yelich. He's
okay.
I for the love of me, I'm so in on the Colorado Rockies Milwaukee over today, 12.5. They scored. The Brewers scored 1 run yesterday. They're gonna put up a 10 spot today. They have to. And Christian Yelich hit one out, man. Yeah, you're a big stoolie. I love you. We met a couple of times. We played trivia against each other way back in the day. Come on, do the thing. Go deep for the boys.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't even want to know what that's. Add that home run into the parlay. Get a little wild, but yeah, I think today's the day we sweep. We're all in on the Tigers. Everyone's kind of been pretty sharp. 14.96. I like that. Let's get that going. Enjoy the weekend. Obviously, you got the horses. You got the playoffs. The Sixers are alive, even though they lost by 60 last night.
We'll talk about that on the next show.
Fair enough. The Knicks are 1-1, and it is what it is. So enjoy it. We will see you on Tuesday.